Two people have reportedly been injured after twin IEDs planted in an abandoned house in Manipur's Bishnupur district went off in quick succession. According to police, the first explosion went off in the morning at the abandoned house of Salam Mani Singh. My colleague Nibir Deka joins us for more on this. Alright, it seems like my colleague, I've lost my connection with my colleague. So what we're learning now is that two people have been injured, and this comes as twin IED blasts had rocked the Bishnupur district. Nibir Deka, my colleague, joins us for more on this. Nibir, we're now learning that two people have reportedly been injured after these IEDs planted in an abandoned house went off.
Well, today fresh violence have erupted in Manipur's Bishnupur district after explosives which were planted at an abandoned house in a residential area in Bishnupur district bordering the Churchandpur district went off, and in succession it injured two people. The house has been vacant since May 2023 with the owner currently staying at a relief camp as per sources following the outbreak of the violence in the state, and this IED blast has again shocked the state of Manipur, because we have seen in the last few months there was a sporadic peace which has happened in the state, and the governor had also briefed the Union Home Minister along with the CS and other officials regarding the security and overall situation of the state just recently. But within few days, we have seen two IED explosions in a border district between the buffer zone of the Meitei and the Kuki community, which has brought the security situation into question yet again. The police investigation has already begun and the security has been beefed up in that particular area. Back to you.
Additionally, how you've said that the police investigation has begun. How exactly is the police moving forward into the investigation into this case?
Well, if you see that in Manipur, the situation has been really tense since 2023 when the violence broke out. And in recent months, following the imposition of President's rule, the security operations were intensified. However, these kind of incidents have been time and again happening in the state, and which is the reason we saw today yet again another IED blast, which has brought the security question back into the problem. And but what we are getting to learn from the police sources is that the security has been deployed and they are investigating as to who was responsible in this particular incident.
Nibir, I would please request you to stay on with me. Violence has now broken out in the area after irate locals engaged in heated exchanges with security forces who reached the Bishnupur site after the blasts. Locals alleged security lapses during the presence of a large number of personnel deployed in nearby areas and surrounding locations. Locals also dismantled a makeshift security bunker nearby. Situation remains tense in the district. Nibir, we're now learning that locals are alleging a security lapse following this explosion, and they are rather tensed in regards to the situation right now.
Well, absolutely. Whenever a situation like this happens regarding a bomb blast, so it is very natural for the locals to get tensed. They have been asking some questions now regarding the security situation in Manipur. We all know that in following the imposition of President's rule, the security question has been explained as to that security has been intensified and situation has improved. But whenever a situation like this happens, wherein an IED blast takes place, question marks again rises on the issue of the security of the state, and this is what the locals have been demanding. Then they have also been tensed because of the blast obviously in their area, but for now the situation remains under control, and security has been heavily deployed in that particular area.
Nibir, I would please request you to stay on with me. We're now learning that the house where the explosion took place has remained vacant since May 2023, with the owner currently staying at a relief camp following the outbreak of ethnic violence in the state. Nibir, we're now learning that the owner of this house rather had abandoned this way back in 2023 when the ethnic violence had broken out. What more can you share with us?
Well, in 2023, when the ethnic clashes broke out between the Meitei and the Kuki community, a lot of people had to flee their houses, and they became IDPs, which is the internally displaced people living in the relief camps. This house is also apparently owned by a person who had to leave and is now staying at the relief camp. And that shows you the tragedy of Manipur as well, wherein people had to leave their houses and go back to the relief camps. And ever since a buffer zone has been created, and this explosion took place in a house where the owner had to abandon the place, and he is now a relief camp inmate, and his property has been used to burst the explosives. What is the intention as to why this has been done is yet to be known, and the police is now picking up the issue. They are investigating, but we will know for sure as to who were responsible amid the crackdown which is being done by the security forces.